Hello and welcome back to part 2 of our Darkborn Priestess SOVL run. Where we left off, we cleaned out most of Act 1. Good little campaign talk through there, while we learned the sheer power of our witches, the invincibility of Lurny, the Linnean Hydra, Pegasus, which is doing quite well. Maybe if someone wants to come up with a name for Windmane there, doing much better than I would have otherwise suspected. It's actually quite potent in combat, and the supplementary crossbows. So in this part, we're going to specifically try and make use of the slaves ability that our witches have here a little bit more aggressively. We know even if I have to heal them and I heal back, I might make more gold off of slavers than I do pressing gold button. So it's a calculation we have to make where if I sustain a minimum number of casualties, I can get away with it, but if I sustain too many, maybe it's not worth it, so we'll hum and her over it. Otherwise, we'll just go back into the fight. So we left off here, we're going to have our elites as a kind of warm-up, I guess. It's a brutal start, but good enough. Gundrick and Vihide. So dwarves, slow and tough, a little bit hard to extract gold from them. They're low numbers in elites, you want large horde armies. They'll have presumably some form of shooting hiding at the back, so what I'll do is I'll put, ooh, careful. The Hydra can die on the first turn because Lurny's down to 1 wound. If I can just pass 1 turn, however, they'll be safe and I can be okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide you there. I might end up getting shot by something else. I guess I would prefer it be the Pegasus next because defense 6 is pretty good. And these are quite fragile, so I'll just have you back here. And then once the Hydra's heals to full in the second turn, fine, just rocket them up. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought was going to happen. Annoyingly, I think that cannon can only see our more valuable units, so to try and save our guys, what I guess I can do is use this first. Shoot the Berserkers, so we have a cannon, Berserkers, Foreman and Deep Guard. Don't shoot at the more durable dwarves, you'll be there all day trying to hack through them, so we'll just go for the Berserkers. 10 hits, pretty good. Killing one of them, it's a start. And we'll look at what the cannon can see and we'll just go squeak our way out of there. No reason to get hit unnecessarily. So the cannon can twist, but it's not going to change the fact that it can't see beyond this and this. So we're pretty much safe that the AI isn't smart enough to move the thing around. That it just does that and does nothing. So cannons, after there was a very old version of the game where they could move and shoot freely, but that was a bit too strong. So this element reposition was implemented where they have to choose between either moving, you can wheel freely, but to move you have to choose to either move or shoot. So in this case the AI will never ever choose to move an artillery piece, they'll always try and shoot something, so as long as you get yourself out of their line of sight in all regards, they'll always waste their turn. So yeah, we're fine. What I'd love to do is get Callistra up here and hit it in 1 turn, then I could get onto it. Obviously we're not great in combat, but we're probably potent enough to defeat an artillery piece, so yeah, let's try this. I doubt we can do 4 wounds in 1 turn, but better than nothing. Okay, the Hydra is now pretty much safe because you're just going to heal anyway, so we'll just get you out around here and into the fray. You'll face the Deep Guard. What we'd love to do, obviously, is set up some sort of flank with these witches to generate a lot of gold, but it's going to be difficult with these units. I suspect the Deep Guard will lock onto... There you go, 5 for 5. Back to full HP. So they'll lock onto you, the Foreman will lock onto the witches, and you will lock onto my crossbows. So if I'm lucky, what I might be able to do is kill the cannon. Then something will waste its time coming over here, and I can get a nice flank on me. So yeah, they're going to continue to pester me here. I'm intentionally going to put myself up as close to them as possible, so that when they move next turn, it's a bit of a trick of the AI you can exploit. They'll only move enough to just get into charge range, so if I stayed back here and shot them, what would end up happening is that in the next turn they'd move all the way up here and I'd have very little wiggle room. If I, however, do this first, come up as far as I can, and then shoot them, they'll just inch forward, and then I can just move backwards, and I have lots of room and turns to continue to draw them out while I chip them down. There, okay, I can easily get around you with Lurny. Now, Deep Guard are a bit of a hassle to fight because of how tough they are. I could probably get the witches into their flank. The problem is, the Dwarf Warriors here aren't as durable. However, we have to be very careful because of the Gundrick Shield Wall ability there. I'll hover a bit later, but I'll tell you now. Effectively, for 1 turn of combat, they get to reroll all of their damage saves. Mathematically, it makes them pretty much untouchable. We're not going to kill them in that turn. We're actually going to lose no matter what we do. So we really want to get them in a double hit. So flank and side, so I'll wait for, hopefully Lurley can defeat this while I wait for other things to happen. So in goes Callistra, it's twice, there's no wounds, and Pegasus, it's once, does a wound, that's nice. We take no damage back because we're defense 6 against power 3. Ah, they hold. I was hoping they'd break there. When artillery pieces lose a discipline check, they don't run away, they die on the spot. It represents the crewman fleeing the artillery piece and leaving it to die. So, no, we got unlucky there, we are going to get stuck. I'm going to hedge my bets and not charge with learning yet, because I think I can get a rear charge. If not, I just get a side charge anyway, so we might as well try. We have better movement than them, so it's worth a go. They're going to come here, I can easily shoot and withdraw. Yeah, this crossbowman unit will defeat the berserkers. Which is a bit of a shame in some regard, because they would be the perfect target for the witches, but I can't risk ignoring that dwarf foreman unit. No, I'm not going to quite have the movement to ever get behind them, they can wheel a bit too much. Get there, so I might as well just take the side charge as it presents itself. Oh well, worth a try. Instead we'll just come out here and then turn around. Like so. They're still menacing my poor witches. I guess I could send them over here and hit the berserkers now, which would be, you get 4 gold, it's not really worth it. I'm going to set up something really good for this one when I have the chance. I want the witches into their back and I want Lurley into their side. That's what I'm trying to go for. Here we go again. No hits from Callistra. Pegasus does a wound. We take none back. Another chance for them to fail a discipline check. Yay, they fail and wiped out. Perfect. Now, what I can do, obviously we're currently having a problem in that you're the primary target here, so what I might be able to do is bait them by, if you put an enemy unit closer to them than anything else, they'll change their target to me, so I'm going to put Pegasus right up next to them so they start coming after me instead. There's an dwarf berserker left, how annoying. I have to spend another turn shooting at you. Safe. Perfect. Where'd you come? Okay, come over here. I'll tell you what we could do instead. While I'm here, go ahead and shadow bolt that. Got him. 3 times over, in fact. Right, okay, so we'll just leave that there, and you get out of the way again. If you come to there, they'll turn around, so we'll just have you kind of here ready to catch them. I've got better movement with them anyway, so I'll always be able to outposition them. Should be pretty straightforward. Okay, can we beat the Deep Guard in one turn? The Deep Guard are a bit of a hassle because they're defense 5, which is pretty good. The more worrying, they have Masterwork Armor, so +1 to damage save. So whatever they should be saving on, improve it by 1. So we're power 6, defense 5, they should be saving on 5s. That'll improve to 4+. They also got good skills, so 4s to hit and then 4s to wound, so I do no damage because of that, annoyingly. They hit me once, they do no damage. I win by 1 because of the flank, hopefully they go away. They roll double 6 and break, hilarious. So they'll probably rally, but I'm going to ignore them for a while because I want to focus on this unit. Okay, they've given me my desired. I think I can get around and flank them, which is nice. So, yeah, I'll have you come here, behind. Perfect. They rally because they'd have to roll double 6 again. They almost managed it. They do come back this time. Should I just ignore them? If I can't get the Hydra into position on this unit this turn, I don't think. It doesn't have the movement. Yeah, see? Only just a bit too slow, even if I go right over there. So instead I have to put something else into their flank to supplement, so I'll probably leave you to hit them in the back. I'll have you come over here and hit this unit in the side. Now the 2 characters will enter a duel and Callista will just lose. I'm going to be honest, it's not a fight she can win. I don't need her to, fortunately. I'm just going to have her there so she can hold them in place while the witches do their real work. No damage with your spell, might as well use it. Done. And I'm not going to shoot the crossbows because I'd rather get more gold off the numbers, so I'm just going to have you run over here to help with this later. Side, the back. This might not go our way, but we don't care, do we? Do not charge them into the front, that'd be disastrous. They do a lot of damage to my crossbows and probably win combat. So they use shield wall, which is a bit irritating. I think I'll save. The temptation is to save my extra attacks for this turn because it's... But the problem is if I don't, I'll take 1 or 2 wounds in combat with the character, probably not all 3, and then they'll do 3 attacks from the warriors into the Pegasus as well. Yeah, they're power 4, they're skill 4, so they'll get 1.5 hits, and save on 5s, they do about 0.5 wounds. I do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so 12, and another 5, so 17. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling, that's going to be pretty good. Like 14 to 15 hits on average, and then power 4 on the charge, defense 5, 3, so that's 3 up save, re-rolling. I don't know, they're going to counteract me and push me back down to the number of attacks I had. Yeah, I think I'll use it this turn just to make sure it doesn't go badly. If we break them, fine, I can just charge them in the back again. They're not going to get multiple uses of that ability, fortunately. And then you, I don't know, just start making your way through. There you go, so it's Callista and Gundrick are having a duel. She's not liable to win this, but worth a try. No damage. Just don't want her to die in 1 turn. 1 hit, fine, we're okay. Take 1 wound, we've got 2 to spare. The Pegasus hits twice. Does none because of their reroll saves. Takes 2 hits back. Taking no damage because 2+, let's go. And hit, okay, 23 attacks, 3s to hit, rerolling. 21, not bad. And then they get 3s rerolling, which is quite annoying, so they take a lot less damage than they otherwise would. But we still got, hey, look at all the gold. They break, which is cool. I can charge them again. Then he's going to try and chomp on some deep guard. Fantastic. With their good discipline, they might turn around. No, they still had enough. I'll blast. Because they've all run away. They're not routing this turn, but because the enemy has no units that are actively combating anymore, they'll just give up. They get 8 from slaves. That's pretty good. Callista leveled. Gold, wounds, well, the wounds are pretty rubbish and the discipline's pretty rubbish, so just extra cash, please. Yeah, why not? And the witches have leveled up. Skill 6. It has incredibly niche value. You'll be getting, if you happen to come up against enemy skill 5 stuff, I guess you would rather the replenishment, but I don't really need it. They've got good replenishment anyway, so yeah, here's the most elite you can possibly get a standard unit up to. Skill 6. Otherwise, I think everyone, that was an elite and we did just fine, so we'll just take gold and everything. Excellent money makers. Well timed, because you're going into another armory. Okay. Bolt throwers, chariots, or Darkborn Shadows, which I think is another ranged unit, which I'm not really interested in. Swiftness for the witches is good. I'll probably take that, make them a bit quicker, because I like to get... So I'll take that immediately. +1 movement for my witches, so they can get round, flank, and recharge stuff. The best spell in the game for Callista, which I think is a massive improvement, because she's not currently contributing a whole lot, so yes please. Leaving me with 4, 2, 3. Could make the witches more resilient. I'm not using any of these for the crossbows, that's a bit silly. Otherwise it's a choice of unit. Shadows, they're not going to do anything for slavers. I want slaver units, so bolt throwers, again, I don't like chariots, but it's probably the best choice for me in terms of wanting to play melee, so yeah, go on, we'll take a chariot. That upgrades for you. Extra armor, so if you have a look at chariot stats, their hand weapon plus, so power 3, which looks terrible, however they got huge bonuses from charging, so 3, +1 on the charge from the hand weapon is 4, and then +2 for the crushing charge is 5, 6. So currently they go up to power 6 on the charge, it's pretty good. You can then increase that to 7 with the siding wheels, which I will do because if you come up against anything that's defense 4, it makes a difference, and then they start at a defense of 5, so moving them from 5 to 6 is also pretty good. It costs you a movement, but they should be fast enough such that it's not really going to bother you. Do we want bows? I really want to be using them in combat, not for shooting, so that's a lot of gold to use on something that's kind of secondary, so I'll leave that on the table. Otherwise, yeah, I'm happy with that. How about extra chariot? Oh, look, I didn't know that they're driven by the raptors that they use for their cavalry. Hey, look at that. Definitely not cold ones for those familiar with Warhammer Fantasy Battles. Go to another. We'll go for fight, of course, rather than the rest, because more gold, more gold, more gold. Were there chariots in the Dark Elf army, Warhammer Fantasy Battles? I know they had cold one riders. I don't recall there being chariots. Someone will have to remind me in the comment section if that's the case. I'm not a lot of Dark Elf players, as it turns out. Okay, our deployment. Lerny right in front now, because you're nice and healthy, so go ahead and chin all of their irritating range fire for me. Everyone else can kind of chill out behind. You go down this flank, you can fly forward. I think that's perfectly reasonable. Here we have crossbows there, which is a bit annoying. They're going to shoot Yeah, it's something not learning. Okay, they shoot a fairly durable unit though, and I take no damage, so we get away with it. How do I effectively get onto you is the question. You're a bit too slow. I can't get to the flank. Even if I had my point of extra movement, I wouldn't manage it, so not much lost there. The annoying thing to bear in mind with these miners is that they have explosive charges, so I don't care when it comes to learning because you can just chin it, no problem. So if you want to come forward and bomb me, that's their charge rate. So they're pretty slow. I'd like for you to... Because they've shot you now, you're always going to be the primary target, so you just suck it up. Just come forward and sort of get in the way. I want the witches in on something as back or flank. So what I'll do is I'll start having you move around this way. That wood is going to be really annoying for me, isn't it? Hopefully I can get by it. Yeah, perfect target. You can hit the Hydra and do 0 damage. Well done. I don't really want to... I guess I kind of want to hold off using my crossbows because I'd rather shoot... Maybe I can shoot those guys at the back. That'd be a perfect target. Yep, that'll do. Go and start working those down for me. Or not, I guess. Dwarves, even the crossbows are pretty tough in terms of defense properties. So you're going to get charged, which is fine. What I could in theory do is just retreat the Hydra and have them come around. Or just even... Yeah, I think it's a good idea. You two, okay. One of them could go into the front of this unit. And I could put... I mean, no, it's going to be the front regardless of what I do. So I think I would prefer to stop them from constantly shooting me, though. So fair enough. Would you rather charge with a chariot or... So they're both defense 6. You've got 3 attacks, which is 5 on the charge, because we're crushing charge. You have 5 in total, but with less power across the two of you. Probably better to go in with the chariot. I'll use Hex of Ruin to give them an easier time of it. So I'll reduce their numbers now. Yeah, just makes it a bit easier later. What I'll do instead is I'll have you come over here and start. He might grenade you. It's not the end of the world. I'll just take a couple of wounds. And you want to come rocketing up here to hit them in the front. It's a front charge, so it might be a bit difficult, but I'm going to cripple their defense anyway. You're charged with Hydra. Do I want to take that head on? If I flee them, they'll come to about there. I can't quite get around their back, but I think I could do it the turn after. So, yeah, let's... Fleeing is risky because I think I'm too close to the board edge. If I run that way, I'll go off. If I run that way, I'll be safe. I don't know how that will go. Do we really want to risk it, or do we just want to let them hit you? Because I'm just going to regenerate anyway. Yeah, come on, you can just take them on. Stand where you are, because the charge makes no difference, the extra power, and it's easier to flank them later, so we'll just let them hit me. Don't forget to do that. If I'm lucky, you'll now target those. Yeah. Throw a grenade. 1, so even if I take a damage, it's actually 0, because I'll heal at least 1, which is great. Now my intention was to use Hex of Ruin on this unit, but if we have a look, we're already power 3 base, 5 because of hand weapon, 6, 7 because of the charge, 8 because of scythe wield. So I'm only defense 4, so we're 4 over, we're 3 or 4. Lowering the defense by 3 actually changes nothing, so we might as well save that for subsequent turns when we lose a load of our power and we definitely need the help. So instead what we'll do is we'll just start throwing shadow bolts into things. You could easily kite around this forever, it's never going to get past you. So yeah, just do this. Now if we're clever, if the Hydra holds and survives this, all of the attacks that they have will end up... I'm not going to be able to get around them because of this blasted wood, so I'm just going to be happy with the side. But the side here is okay, because if the Hydra's still there, all of their attacks will go into the Hydra anyway, so we'll be okay. If the Hydra breaks, fair enough, I might have to... Maybe I can stall them at the turn with the crossbows or something. So what I'll do is I'll put you right there. Make sure the crossbows are the absolute closest unit. So if they do lock onto something in turn, they turn onto you, which would be great for me. That's about as close as I can get without becoming red. So I'm not going to shoot those because I'm maybe holding out hope I can extract gold from them later. They hit 8 times, so as long as you don't die... Ah, I died in 1 hit. That's bad. Save rock. Worth a try. Killed a bunch, so I get even less gold. Never mind. Manny will heal in a minute anyway. Over here, this is more risky. So only 5 attacks is the problem. Hit on 3s, hit okay, and then 6s. 3. We might take some damage here. Oh, they hit amazingly well. That's annoying. But we're defense 6, crucially, because we bought plate armor, so we get to save on 2+. Still take 3 wounds. Ouch. And we draw. That's how bad chariots are. You drew combat with a crossbow unit. I'm going to skip charges for this turn because I think something more advantageous will come my way. You're wasting your time with that. You know, now I'll use Hex of Ruin on this one to lend you a hand. Delay the inevitable here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this way. If I come over here, they might turn and see the chariot, which would be a bit annoying. So I'm just going to get you in a position where they probably can't catch the chariot, and the only way to safely do that really is by doing this. So that'll do for me. They turn to face the crossbows. Excellent, that's what I was hoping for. You can now hit them in the back. Or we can go for the larger unit and hit them in the back. I think I'll do that instead. Yeah. Extract more gold. And I'm not going to shoot you because, why? I have a slaver unit. I'm just going to move you away and buy time. Can you defeat 6 crossbows? Not with only 3 attacks, you can't. Okay, there you go. Slightly better. Hold. I guess I'll have to Hex over them again. Don't need to use it for this one, really. They should just mince through it, no problem. You could charge all the way down there, were you so inclined? Yep. Continue to try and fail chasing my poor crossbows. Out the way we go. Safe. Do I need to Hex of Ruin this? Well, I'm power 4 because of the charge, so I only get 4 ups to save. I could pretty much kill the unit even without it, so I guess I'll just save it for now and help my beleaguered chariot here. Fly to there, just be a nuisance. Use your extra attacks now because it's a good time. Maybe there's the chariot again. One more. No damage back. Eventually you'll fail a discipline check and off they go. Here we go, 23 attacks again. 20 hits, pretty good. And then 4s, rerolling their 6s. Killing 11 of them. There aren't 11 of them, so squad wiped. You're next. Give me your delicious gold. I know you're containing it in your body. Get you. I'd like to get them around. I'll put you there just in case I can't, but I think I'm okay to... I put the Pegasus here so it's nice and close to them. It depends who they turn and face. If they turn and face this, that's a nuisance. But I'm hopeful because there are 2 units here and I'm going to get as close as I can. They'll prioritise me over everything else. That's as close as I can. Okay, unfortunately there are 2 units that's as close as I can get here, but please pick me. Don't shadowbolt them, I want them alive. And nothing else really matters. That please. Turn that way, I beg. Yes, excellent work. There you go. Now I'll just skip the rest of the phase because they're never going to get to charge me. We have one more turn because they're not going to switch to routing until now. Perfect, giving you just enough time to extract your delicious gold. Again, I've got no uses of Hex of Ruin, so just skip the rest. Get them dancers, get them witches. No rerolls this, well, no extra attacks, but still lots of hits. And then 4s. Did we get them all? Yes, we did. Perfect. So pretty much a perfect battle. The chariot could have done better, and the Hydra dying is irrelevant. It will heal to full anyway. Yep, the Pegasus heals back. 3 of 5 is okay, I'll live with it. You're healthy, you're healthy. Honestly, you're just as effective on 3 as 5, so just take it. You'll heal anyway, so take the gold. And you're only 1 down if you're at 12 is the ideal size for these, so 11 is fine. Stick with cash. So they got 18 from safe, not bad at all. Okay, very good. That's where we stand. Yep, just again, be a bit careful with learning in the first turn, but otherwise we'll be okay. Marius the Undying. Undead's great for us. They've got huge... there's lots of numbers, and there's not a lot of shooting, so learning can regenerate and just hold things in place. Good, let's get absolute slaughter going with these witches then. I kind of want to set it up. I never really want to face big undead units in the front though because they'll just kill you with attrition, so I'm going to try and get you around the side of something. Okay, the Skeleton Knights are the hassle and they're deployed right in front of the one thing I don't want them to fight. That's a pain in the neck. They have no shooting, so just pass. Right. We obviously want to flank those and not be hit by them. So how do we want to deal with these? We'd love to get lots of gold with skeleton warriors. Shooting the direwolves is by far the best target, but I want to wait for them to move to be closer to us, so let's just... Depends where they're going to go. I think I can be safe to do this, because if they target me with the horsemen, I can put the witches onto them. So yeah, let's start working them down. Skeleton knights are a bit of a hassle. They're just wasting turns with these slow units, which is clever, but a bit annoying. I've got another one back there as well. Go ahead and put the Hydra into a sort of decent position, like so, I guess. Flank it in case it gets in the way. Okay, they've moved, which is good. Am I in short range yet? Can't tell. No, it needs to get a bit closer. Ideally without getting into their range. No, okay. Can I get into range before I touch them? So it looks like it's in green, but I think the way it works is I have to be in the majority of it. I get up and over there. Like, now I'm definitely going to manage it. 3 class, perfect. Can I kill them in one shot? 9 of 10 hits is pretty good. Dead, excellent. Here they come. What I might do with the chariot and these crossbows is just serve as a long-term distraction, just hold their attention here. They've done largely what you'd expect. Can I get up there and catch you? Yes, I could get up there and hit the skeletons. It would be pretty costly, because they do get 4 attacks into me, and it is a flank, and they're probably going to still be there, because they've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12... They got 14 wounds worth of skeleton to hack through, and there's only 7 gold to be had, so bit of a waste. I'd rather the Hydra deal with that. I don't really have any choice. We'll do what we can there. There's nothing else I really care about. So I'm hopeful that they just lock onto the Hydra instead. I'm never going to let you catch the chariot, don't even hope. You're coming over, interesting, so if you're targeting this and you're going to target that, that means you're basically safe. What I could do after I see this move is I could Hex of Ruin them, make them defense 2, which would mean I do some very, very nasty damage. Maybe I can wipe them out in a turn, that'd be pretty good. Otherwise, they haven't moved yet, so they'll probably come towards me. Just back away as far as I can. Good, I know where they are now, so you're now safe to Hex of Ruin this. And get into a slightly better position for later. What are you doing? Oh, you very nearly caught the chariot, but not quite. And then I don't want Lerny fighting these yet, because we'd much rather wait for this to come around and help us, so I'll just get you out of the way for now. That leaves something you. Do I want to use this turn? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 17 attacks, 3 hit re-rolling, so about 15 hits, and then they'll be saving on 5s, forced to re-roll their 6s. So maybe I won't quite kill them all, but if there's anyone left, they'll almost certainly crumble. And I'd rather save the extra attacks when I engage these big bricks. So I'm going to save it, gamble, and hope I can get them in one turn. Let's see. 13 is low for what we should have done, and they rolled an annoying number of 5s. They rolled very well there. Shouldn't be that many of them left. Oh, that went badly. Yeah, so there's still 2 left. We'll kill them next turn, but I was hoping to get through them. Menacing my poor crossbows. I'll put a stop to that again. Turn and face. You want the Hydra. I'm just going to stall by doing this. Like, I'm definitely not wasting it now. Oh, you wretch. You've hit the witches in the back. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to have to put a stop to that somehow. If they were free to move, this would be no problem, but they didn't manage it. I guess you could come over here and hit them. Put a stop to that. You're trying and failing to catch the chariot again. That leaves you. The witches can't flee because they have the frenzy ability, so I'm going to have to stick you in place somehow, probably by doing this. Shadowbolt something? Nah. Oh, now you hit 13 times. You win, they crumble. Yeah, whatever. Oh, Weird box there. Okay, here we go. So they're going to charge me. I can't get away, so I'm going to have to put you in place. Obviously, I don't want to leave any one unit to this because they'll never get through these wretched skeletons. So get in there and shoot them apart. Everyone else is okay. Away! Okay, you've done a sort of annoying thing, but either of these units can flee, fortunately. So what we'll do is we'll start preemptively getting you around here. Get to the back of that unit. I guess I want to Hex of Ruin this turn because I really don't want to be stuck here. I can't flee if this unit's still here. And I just realised that it's basically guaranteed to still be there because there's no way I can get through 20 skeletons in time. So I can't actually stop this. So I might as well just do this now and reduce their numbers while I can. Yeah, whatever. Most dangerous thing they have is that annoying White Lord, so we'll just keep getting around you. Alright, do what you can while you can. Callista pops 1. Pegasus stamps another 2. Takes no damage. And Lerny... You don't really eat skeletons, I guess. Well, it's a good bit of calcium for him, isn't it? Yeah, we're halfway through. We're stuck, so we can't get away from this other skeleton block now, unfortunately. Sorry, Callista, you and the Pegasus are in for a bit of a hard time. Yeah, that's fine otherwise. What I'm hopeful though is I can now get around here to hit that this turn. I can at least flank them. Yeah, I got the speed for it, surely, yes. I can get into the back of those where I'm so inclined. Stop trying to catch this unit of crossbows, you never will. This is going to be a uniquely long battle because I'm intentionally not doing damage to most of their army. I'm just doing it over here. 1 more skeleton, 2 more skeletons. Yeah, we have 2 up save, we're fine. And then Lerny. I'm hopeful we don't lose combat after all a bunch of discipline checks. Oh, that's going to hurt. 3, we got away with it. Yeah, unfortunately their power, on this turn they're power 4, so my 2s don't count as saves. I take a lot of damage I otherwise would have avoided. Now you can go in. I can't... I'm using that flank. Left flank... Ah, I see, it counts as the left flank, so you can't do it. So, never mind. That will do. Easier. Round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Do I want to use this now? Yeah, it's a good number of them. I can hack through them this turn. I get the benefit of it, so losing those extra guys at the back doesn't change anything. I still have all the hitting power. Callista gets another skeleton. Pegasus gets another 2. How consistent. No damage back. Fantastic. And Lerny will finish that off. So we aren't stuck with this unit anymore, at least. Okay. You die. I kind of saw it coming. They're not that durable. This should be pretty good in exchange. We roll a 6. Good. They killed basically all of them. Wow. That was great. And the last one will crumble, so we aren't stuck here. That's unbelievable. So now it's just going to be a test of getting these over here to flank. And this one, we're going to ignore that one till the end. Yeah, no charges. We'll beeline over there as fast as we can. So what we'd love to do is get you into their back arc. Guess what I should do is I'm going to move up here with the intentional strategy of drawing them towards me. Somewhat. And the Hydra wants to also come down here to hit them in the side when possible. We will eventually collapse on these warriors and get another 20-ish gold. We're on a bit of a ticking clock though, because they're wavering, so every turn this goes on I think it goes down a bit more. Okay, good. You can get most of the way around their back. Not quite yet though, annoyingly, because that annoying wood is in the way. It's going to slow me down quite a bit. What I'm going to do to make sure that you're still the primary target is I'm going to move you here and be right up against their side, so they should turn and face me this way, which is good. And then here, I'll have you come here. So if they turn that way, their side arc will be here, of course. Well, that's next turn, but for now we're okay. And then they can easily get to their back. Oh, they're trying really hard to catch me this turn. Look how tight they are. And we're clear. Just a silly little white lord, can't quite figure it out. Oh no, they aren't. Oh, that's a change. So ordinarily they would be starting to run away now, but they changed it so bosses don't start to run away until they're at least 25%. So we're good. We could just stall this out as long as we want. We get to there, and then you can charge them to the side. Perfect. No risk to our witches, and they physically cannot kill the Hydra with only 4 attacks, so that's perfectly safe as well. We are clear. Away we... Oh, the real benefit of a chariot's just running around in a circle. Turn 10, it's going to be a long one. But I'm happy with that. Confirm. Smash, smash, give me those. How exactly we're selling skeleton warriors as slaves is unknown to me, but we're managing it somehow. It's all about the market. Freedom of commerce in action. Capitalism. Sell anything, including skeletons. So I don't really care what Lerny does. You're just denying kills for my... Stop! Do the witches first, they're more important. 14 or 15 is not bad. I get 5s, force 3 roll 6s, so 10 of them. They'll crumble a bit. Which is annoying. Don't crumble. Crumble the minimum. I need more gold from you. Now they're 22, now they start depreciating every turn, so basically there's no chance of me getting the witches over here to hit them, so don't worry about it. Thank you, Marius the Undying. Your donation to the coffers is deeply appreciated. Guess you might as well start shooting them in that case, because this is never going to happen. Speed this up a bit now, because once this is done, it's going to be close to routing anyway. Why is Lerny going first? Is it because I charged? Maybe it's because I charged you first. I'll try and charging them in the back next time, because obviously you want them to go first, because then I don't know if I only counted as 1 or I got 2 there. I might have denied myself some gold. I'll take this turn, so I'm just going to hammer the spacebar and skip this. Turn 12. I think that's a record. Skip, 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 skip. Well done, White Marius. You've got out of there. Lived to tell the tale of the really weird Dark Elves, for some reason, rounding up your skeletons. Yeah, the Pegasus died. Ouch. Attack, skill, or gold. Your skill's pretty good. I'll go with the extra attack for now because you've got good power. And I'm going to heal you because that's not really good enough. There we go. 10. I could go max out and go 14. And stretch it all the way across because you can get 7 in the front rank. So I think that's a good idea. I got 3. Okay, fair, close enough. The crossbow's leveled. We got there. Okay, so Elven Bow Mastery 2. This is the one I was hoping for. Damage saves against units' ranged attacks are reduced by 1. So when you're shooting at an enemy, whatever their save should be, worsen it by 1, which is fantastic because they've got great skill in rerolling things. The only thing they slightly struggle with is the power of their attacks. They're only power 3. But if you're power 3 and you're reducing the save, usually they're only saving on like a 4+ or maybe even worse. So great, just do catastrophic damage. Chariot leveled, hooray. Take the skill because you just need some consistency in damage output is desperately needed. And Lerny leveled again. Yeah, more attacks, go on, why not? 7 heads. Every time I add an attack, imagine another head grows. 7-headed Hydra. You're all perfectly healthy, so just take all the cash. 414. Just, wow. We're going to have so much gold. Okay, let's have a scan. So, yet again, our objective is to get to as many fights as possible. It's the Act 2. We're going left to right again to get to the boss. The only slight tweak is that after the final array of shops here, there's no longer any value in taking battles because why would you need to generate gold? You're not going to be spending it on anything. There's no shop. So rather after this, the most valuable thing is actually the campsite. So we want to aim for this. So before that moment, in this block, same strategy as usual. We want as many fights as possible. But after that, we want to get to that in such a position that we end there. So if we have a look, we can go battle, battle, battle. Or we can go 3 here or 3 there. They get us to probably would, well, no, it's the same. We can go to the elite regardless of which direction we take. So 6 and 2 3s. We'll go there. We'll take this random event. And then we can either go, now we have to go down, because if we go, well, we can go up. We can go standard battles instead of the elite, which depending on how much of it, so we get to here and we can see how much of it kicking our army is taken. If we're getting pretty badly hurt, we can take the standard battles and then come down here. If we've got some grit left on us, we can go for the elite and then come down here instead. Otherwise, yeah, that seems pretty straightforward. So, up or down? Oh yeah. Oh, can I stretch this out? Yes, there you go. Max witch damage. So when I use my Kirstan, they get 3 attacks each. That's what, 7 times 3, 21, and then 6, 28. So when I get that extra one, it'll be 29 is the maximum I can do. You could, in theory, get the Dark Gift from a random event and have 4 attacks on the front rank, so 28, and then 7 on the back, so 35. I think 35 is a theoretical maximum. I don't know if we'll be able to see it this campaign, but that would be pretty devastating. Right, top or bottom? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger, balance it. Let it go. You are the one that I will choose. That one. We're going up top with that empirical method that we just utilised. The garrison is a really annoying one that has 2 big bricks of 15 elf city guard, probably on the flanks. So they're going to be just raining 30 arrows into us every turn, which isn't great for us. So we're going to have Lerny pull some serious duty on this one. We're going to be tanking stuff for us. Otherwise, I guess you can come around there, hide behind the terrain as you can to try and get into a better position. And then you're going to be just chilling out behind Lerny to make sure you're not the primary target, because that would be devastating if you were. We go on that side, it would mean I'm exposed. I hope I'm not getting targeted if I do that. I think I'll be safe-ish there. Surely Lerny will be the primary target. Yep, okay, so City Guard, City Guard. We also have some Weapon Masters, which are the least intimidating thing in this army. Well, I suppose the Eagle is actually the least intimidating. And a Crossbow and a Bolt Thrower, which sucks because it does lethal shots, double wounds, so it's actually quite effective at getting through Lerny's HP. I have to go first. I guess I'll just shove the chariot up here as fast as possible so I won't be able to reach and flank it this turn, but next turn I should be able to get there to hit the annoying City Guard, or fight the Eagle, I guess. I'm just using the chariot as a disposable tool at this point. Fine, tank the Bolt Thrower, good start. That makes you pretty safe to just get up there and be a nuisance. I can't reach their Bolt Thrower this turn, I'm a bit too slow. Not go too far forward then, I'll just make sure you're being hit by their irritating archers there. Yeah, you won't target anything. Well, they'll target them, of course, but you can just deal with that for me. Will you? I don't think they'll reach you. You'll be okay. Yes, you're fine. What I'd love to do is get... I could probably put a volley of my crossbows into that and see if I can kill it in one. It's a worthy endeavour. It's 4s, which isn't great, but I do reduce... I reduce the Eagle's save now from 3 up to 4 because of my... Ah, it's got a wound left. Drat. You've got yourself stuck behind your own units, which is a bit silly. What I'd love to do now is get my Pegasus to charge this. I'm a bit lucky. Oh, what's my... I can obviously get there to charge you, no problem. Can I hit you with a... I can't hit you with a Shadow Bolt because you're a bit too close to... You're going to get saved by the... Well, maybe I can just about inch it. As far as I can go, I can still see... That's my line of sight there. I'll still be able to see you to charge into the Bolt Thrower. Nothing can stop me. And I'm hopeful I can reach you. I can now reach you with Shadow Bolt. Perfect. Let's get rid of you. Should surely kill it. Yeah, you'll do 3 wounds. And you can hit that for me as well. Yeah, the chariot's going to eat it here, I'm afraid. Only 1 wound. We do save on 2+, so again, that defense 6 being a crucial point there. And then you're going to start your long flank journey to get into the side of those City Guards and do catastrophic injuries. Silence the Bolt Thrower now. I'd rather not hit us. You'll get to the next turn and everyone else is okay where you are. You might not survive this, actually. It's going to be difficult. I believe... Do I want to Hex of Ruin something? Probably not. Bit of a waste. I think you could just win that. Oh, they're both shooting the chariot. Ouch, this is going to suck. Yeah, well, you're not going to survive the next volley from this, I'm afraid. Because they blocked the line of sight. This idiot Weapon Master saved them. Yeah, I was forced to make a good decision. I could race past them and get into their flank, but they're just going to turn and shoot me. Worth a try, though. Maybe they'll go for something else. Yes, they do fit the Hydra. Excellent. So as long as you don't die, we're fine. Congratulations, you managed to make it into combat. Okay, can I reach them this turn? Probably not. They're a bit far. So yeah, next turn I'll get onto them. Otherwise, you can come up here and shoot those specifically, because I don't care about gold extraction from that unit. It's these 2 that matter. You're going to die in there when they retaliate. They get 3 attacks. That's enough to finish you. But say la vie. You, I want to continue to serve as a distraction of that annoying archer unit, so let's just get you over here in such a way that you can... Oh, he says that we are safe there, yes. I'm hopeful that you just continue to target them, that would be ideal. Please shoot the big juicy Hydra. One hit, one win from the sorcerer, and two. Okay, we should win this. Take no damage, you would expect to do so. And they break, because fair enough. It's a very intimidating dark Pegasus. Like a Pegasus, but evil. That's okay. We're not going to take that because there's an even better target there. You might be the one who's about to get shot, I'm afraid. Well, I'm not visible, so hopefully you can target the closest visible thing, which is you. A man can dream. Let's give it a go. Right, what I'm going to do is probably... Let's do this now. In fact, I can save you. I can make sure you're not the primary target by putting you on this side of the woods. And now it definitely can't hit you, which is good. And I'm going to Hex of Ruin this just to make sure you do the most... I mean, that's irrelevant. I'm already power 8. That was actually completely wasted. Never mind. Good. You target a Hydra. You can't kill it. Congratulations. You've done nothing. Thereby allowing my glorious witches to get right in here. I don't think I can be greedy enough to go for a back charge. I mean, if I wanted to, I'd have to do this. So it'd be this turn, and then next turn I'd be on them, but it's not really worth it. I can just kill them to the side anyway. I'll take 1 or 2 casualties from their return hits, but 5, whatever. I'm going to have you race up here, because there is no way this chariot is going to survive this combat, so I need you to come over here and hit them. Although, admittedly, they're not actually going to... Can't get to the flank, annoyingly, so if I try to charge it, what's going to end up happening is it will count... Oh, what am I talking about? I'm entirely in the flank. I was concerned for a moment if it's front arc I can't complete the charge because there's not enough space there to fit myself. But yeah, once you die and they're out of the way, the Hydra goes. It's like clockwork. And you, I don't know, just stand here and continue to distract the weapon masters. Don't shoot them, I want their gold. They're hiding precious gold from me. So yeah, we'll do a couple casualties here and die in recompense, yeah. That's all it needed. Okay, right. We have a superior version of a chariot, a bit slower and not quite as hard hitting in turn 1, but radically better for a whole host of other reasons. Do the real damage here. Take that, you wretched city guard. We're the true elves and you know it. Forward you come, you're wasting your time. All the attacks now, please. Yeah, just continue to stall them. Doing an admirable job here. Crossbows. So the damage upgrades are good for when I target things that I want to be dead, and then they're good at speed for dancing around things. Good multi-purpose unit. This now actually does serve a purpose using my Hex of Ruin here because they're defense 4, so crippled you will be. They're now saving on 6+, having to re-roll their 6s, meaning only 1 in 36 of all of their save attempts is actually going to save anything. This is going to be pretty grim for you guys. Yeah, I'm confident that he'll be safe. They can't hurt him. Away with you. Right, let's see how bad it is. So 27 attacks, not bad. 3s re-rolling. 14, which is actually 22, and then 6s re-rolling the 6s. 22, there you go, just killed all of them. No damage in return, it literally couldn't be any better. Brutal. Yeah, the one thing the witches don't have is power on their attacks. I'm not going to charge that because I actually want to leave their numbers as high as possible so I get another round to hit the weapon masters, so let's just leave them. I'll have you come around here. Annoyingly, that wood might again stop me from getting my rear charge. I can reach them, and it is. I've just about got there. Perfect. Rear, visible, excellent. They rally, we don't care. I'm just going to come over here and shoot them, I guess. Sweet. Yeah, that's it. You're already in range to hit them, aren't they? So the rest, I think I wasted that other use of Hex of Ruin, which would be perfect here. But oh well, I think we'll be okay. Tear them apart. Does that one have... Oh, I thought for a moment that one had 3 swords. No, it's just a modelling of these two. Yeah, but they're all equipped with 2 hand weapons. And then you just stop them from shooting something more precious in case they got clever. Perfect. Yeah, that'll do. Do you have your... No, just Shadow Bolt. So of the ways this could have gone, that was actually pretty good. The disposable chariot got thrown away. Otherwise, it's pretty much doing the damage I want where I want. So they do survive. Could have got a bit more gold if I had Hex of Ruin. My fault. It's 5 gold left on the table right there. Flurry having a day off apparently. Yeah, he's quite strategically minded. He knows it's already over, so why put in a back-breaking effort when you can just phone it in for a day, call in sick to work? My Hydra's got the sniffles. Okay, you've leveled again. Wounds, I don't really care, and 5% is not a got, but this is fantastic. Recruiter 1, whenever we buy a new unit, we get an additional level on it immediately. So the game, as you've seen, massively rewards experience. There are huge increases in your combat effectiveness, so starting units with levels is fantastic. And the Witches is leveled as well. Ooh, 5 more of them. 5 more of them is cool and all. The reality, however, is that it doesn't increase my damage output, because once I get the 14, so 7 across in 2 ranks, that's it. So having the extra guys in the back are just... they kind of serve as ablative wounds for the 14 guys in front, which is cool. Replenishment isn't necessary, we're obviously doing fine. So it's either unit size or looter. I'll probably end up taking enough damage such that I would like the extra size. So min-maxing wise, I think looter would be the best choice here, but I'm going to take the size because just having more of them as a shield is okay. You're full HP, you're full HP, you're full HP, you're very much not. Take the heal. We're not exactly hard up for gold, are we? Let's be honest. Witches. Do we want the extra witches now, or do we want the gold? I'll probably take the witches just in case, so if I do take some casualties I can just take the gold anyway. There you go. Good, perfect. I think we're doing very well. So you got your wounds and then 2 extra wounds. So when I charge things in the flank, such as I'm doing, if I take 1 or 2, fine, I'm still basically full HP and I can do my maximum damage. So I think that's a good compromise. Otherwise, yeah, I'm very happy with that. We have a frankly ludicrous amount of gold. We'll have like 700 to 800 when I get to this shop, and then Lord knows how much when we get over here. Otherwise, I think we're doing very well. We're holding the spirit of the Darkborn, the Dark Elves well. We're extracting gold from the misery of our enemies, which is fantastic. I do hope you enjoyed. I'm going to stop that there. If so, please do like and subscribe. It helps out the channel immensely, and I do really appreciate it. If you have any notes on the run or any ideas for thematic-based SOVL concepts, I'm always happy to take feedback on board. Or if you just want to chat with me and others, that's fine too. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.